redefining co-working.
Exceptional offices for every business.
eSpaces expands with 2 premier locations.
Cool Springs at Corporate Center and Brentwood at City Park.
Explore the private offices, team suites, and fully equipped meeting rooms.
Limited spaces are available.
Schedule your private tour now at espaces.com and be sure to check out all 15 locations at espaces.com.
That's eSpaces.com.
espaces.com.
He's so hard-headed. We're like, Neil, just get in a bunk. Yeah, we knew he was tired.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't like being alone.
This is too entertaining.
He just sat up in that front lounge and, of course, was drifting off. There's a text for a reason.
Yeah.
Kurt, what's up? That's it.
Oh.
That's it. So forcing me to engage in the conversation and just waiting for the question I know is inevitably coming.
Thinking about the last few podcasts, I realized that us and our listeners are up for good conspiracy theories, right? Like we talked about the moon thing and all that, which we're not talking about this time at all.
That came up, by the way, on the road.
I just said we're not talking about it.
The Try That in a Small Town podcast begins now.
Here we are. We're back. This is the Try That in a Small Town podcast, episode
107.
107?
Depends on when it drops.
See, that's Kayla with the info. That's Thrash, who's sending his last-minute texts. TK with his tea. He's so sophisticated.
Yeah.
I'm
Tea.
Kurt.
Is that throat coat?
No, it's just straight up old school English breakfast tea.
Really?
English breakfast
This
tea.
is an early recording we're doing here. We're not
It's a little
used to
bit.
this.
It's a little bit early, and Thrash. He seems like you've got life back to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about. He was out on the road with us this last
We
weekend.
thought we
Start
lost
with
him
that.
on the way home.
I think we start with
We
that,
start
right?
with. There's so much.
There's so much to
There's
unpack.
so much to tell people.
We don't have to tell everything. You tell the high points.
Oh, we're
all
gonna tell
high
the fun parts.
Yeah.
There were some low points too that we.
Okay. I want to hear
Really
at
low.
least a low point.
There was some low point. I don't remember low
Well,
point.
of course you don't remember because you were sleeping.
All right. So where did y'all go? What? How
Okay,
many days
where
were
did
you
we
gone?
start, Neil? Do you remember?
It started off with bus call.
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock
It was,
sharp.
it was originally 6. Then
8 o'clock sharp for you.
Yeah.
Maybe not some other people.
PM.
I was there early, driving through a thunderstorm to get there.
Yeah.
It's
But where
crazy.
was our first? Where was the gig? I can't
The
even-
first gig was in Oklahoma.
Thackerville.
Okay. Oh, at the
It's
casino.
the world's
At the
largest.
casino.
Is that the world's largest?
That's
casino?
what the rumor is.
That's what they said.
I'll say this before you go any further. It was only a 2.5 day thing, but it felt like we were gone over a week.
It felt.
I told Lana. I
because
just
Neil
told
was
Lana.
there.
Yeah. I told Lana, I go, I feel like I've been gone a whole week for sure, and then some.
But you got on Aldean's bus, and you came and met us on our bus.
Yes.
And you came and got to witness what
Hockey
is
night.
the hockey tournament.
bus hockey.
So
Bus
they
hockey.
they do. Let me tell the listeners what y'all do. Everybody gets on their bus. So I got on Aldean's bus. Y'all were on y'all's bus, and with Justin over there. Anyway, we go down the road and they get rolling. Everybody gets settled in. All of a sudden, we're pulling over. The buses are pulling off the road at a truck stop. So Aldean and Justin and everybody can get on the bus with Tully and Kurt and the rest of the band, and they play.
You brought
frickin'
goodies. Aldean comes up, of course,
Yeah.
with his
I'm like, where are we going? I just unpacked.
solo cups, tequila.
You had your pajamas on.
So, I
ready
know.
to
Well, they did.
turn in.
Everybody got comfortable, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
go over there, and man, they play some hockey, some video hockey.
video game.
Video.
PS5.
Okay.
NHL.
So what is it?
Till Win-
Xbox? Is that what y'all
Yeah,
are doing?
PlayStation.
Okay, PlayStation.
NHL. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, we don't spend that much time apart. Even Jason will pull over and come on our bus, and we'll do that a lot. And it was fun to have Neil there. We're playing some hockey. We play for money. Gets a little tense. Gets a lot of anger.
I mean, it's just a serious deal.
Is there any drinking going on?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A little bit. Okay. Just trying to get the scene.
Yeah.
yeah. And it's. I got some, and I do have some good video of Aldean trying to. He's going in the back of the all the Wi-Fi equipment.
We'd had some technical difficulties.
He had some technical difficulties with the game, and he's back there with his glasses on. And he's back there, and somebody's shining a light. And I'm videoing him. He's back there trying to.
So he knew how to fix it.
He's our
I don't
IT
know if
guy.
did he know how to fix it?
Well, it eventually got fixed. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually-
he was hands on. He didn't have no tech. He was hands on, buddy.
It might have been one of those things. Like most of us, what we know how to do is go to the back and unplug the out and plug it back in.
Yeah.
And then our wives think we're brilliant.
Yes.
So yeah, I went through a lot of wires back there. It looks like she's up and running.
Well, that was him. I got to watch
was
those
great.
guys play some hockey.
Then we got
It was
to-
y'all were entertaining in his
Good.
Just watching y'all in itself was
Well, we're
next morning,
super
kids.
entertaining.
You went and played golf.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
time.
Where'd you play?
Yeah. Some old 110-year-old course in somewhere in Oklahoma, way out in the middle of
Goat
nowhere.
ranch, huh?
No, it was nice. I mean,
Nice.
it was coming in, but it was nice. So me and Jason and Justin and Jake went and played golf.
I know,
Okay.
it bugged me how they left you off the docket that day, Kurt.
Apparently, I had sound check that I couldn't make it back for.
Which is interesting because
I was upset that Kurt didn't play.
because
with us.
Jake, well, he can't play.
We
if
can
he's not-
blame Jake.
if you didn't know. And it was a private thread,
Private thread.
and so we get on the bus, and some Aldean goes, "Kurt, you bring your clubs?" Kurt's like, "No."
I wasn't told to. But I do get it. Golf is a foursome
Yeah, it's a
game.
foursome game.
Yeah, you can play
Five is no fun.
Even though Jake should be
we
at the
play
venue.
foursomes all the time.
No, but yeah.
Even
if
though
you're-
the one person that should
the
be
tour
working,
manager.
yeah.
the one guy that should be wearing.
So Jake goes, "Yeah, well, you guys got sound check. So Kurt, you got sound check." But oddly enough,
We're back.
we were getting ready to start sound check, and
Yeah.
who do we see? Neil. So they're finished in time. So Neil came to sound check. It was great. It was a good time. Great gig.
So Neil didn't play the first gig, the first show.
Right.
We were at the casino, but he did hang out and watch. Got some good footage, like we said, which we'll show.
I played guitar tech that night.
I like.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
did.
saw the video. It looked good. You look like a natural.
Did it?
Yeah, look good.
But so after
drop
the
it.
show,
No.
Oh,
after the show, of course,
Yes.
Jason does like to play some blackjack, and of course we all do too. So he's like, "Hey, I'll get a private table for us. We'll go to the tables."
this
and
is
we'll
where
all play."
things went south.
Yeah, so it's me, Neil, Tully,
Not really. It didn't go south.
Justin, and Jason.
I had a ball.
we had fun.
I am the DipShidiot of the week, and
Well, we'll get to that.
I know we will. I'm mine today. So we'll
But
get
in
into that later.
Oklahoma, Kalo, did you know this? At those casinos, you have to literally pay per hand to play blackjack. Every hand
buck.
you have to ante up.
Is it every hand?
Every hand.
That would've-
Like besides what you're
It's a
betting,
dollar.
you have
Correct.
to-
It's $1.50.
It's a
Okay.
dollar. It's an
It's-
Oklahoma thing.
Yeah, so
Like they're charging you to play per hand.
Correct.
And, oh wow, I hadn't heard of that.
every hand. So every hand they just take another chip.
Okay.
Another chip. Another chip. And there's no set for people that play blackjack. Usually it's a 1-decker, 2-decker, 5-decker, whatever. This is an endless deck, one that never ends.
And it's, you know what? It is horrible. The only place I played blackjack where you really can't play by the rules, because we all played correctly. There's a way to play blackjack, things to do, things not to do, and about two hands that are iffy that go either way. For the most part, everybody plays by the rules, keeps the table straight, right? Man, you can't do it there. There were so many hands that were surefire wins that, the house would end up winning
As you can tell, we ended up losing a lot of money.
a lot.
Okay.
Which
A
that leads
lot.
into my DipShidiot.
Every other minute, someone's saying, "I gotta get that ATM."
You want to get to your dipshit?
Are we starting that? We're starting this.
No, I'm just
We don't
saying
have- we
Neil
don't
can
have
do
to.
his
Okay.
because it's
we can
relevant.
get mine out of the
Okay.
way.
All right, you go
Get
ahead.
yours
Because
out of the way.
I don't gamble very much.
Okay.
Hardly ever gamble. But how can you not with this crew at this place?
True, got to.
You get a private table. Well, I was like, I kept going back to the ATM machine, and then I'm losing there, but I'm actually up there.
Yeah, you got to a point where you were the only one up.
When Aldean goes, let's go play craps, which I know nothing
That
about.
I've never played.
I don't know anything about. I'm just
It looks
I'm just putting
complicated.
chips where he's telling me to put it. That's where I lost it all.
Yeah.
Craps table.
But we
Okay.
played. We lasted a long time at the blackjack table. We kept
did.
riding out the different dealers, and we were getting agitated.
We had
and
5
usually,
different dealers.
if you're looking for us in a casino, you can probably hear us because we're probably yelling at the dealers or cursing them out because really and they were great, but we sat there and lost and lost and lost and lost and lost and kept losing, kept borrowing more money. I owe Aldean some money. Hope you're not listening, Aldean. You're probably not going to get it back, to be honest with you.
He does listen.
But then it took just getting over the head over and over again for a couple hours.
I know.
Oh, well, and the whole funny part of the story is we have security there with us. Obviously, Jason's there. He needs people to look after him. And they kept saying, hey, you guys got to get back to the bus. We got to get to the next gig.
Yeah, that's right.
And for hours, we're like, what are you talking about? 4 hours to the next gig. We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah.
It's 2 or 3 in the morning. We're fine. 4 hours to the next gig.
We're fine. What is this?
So he
big
keeps
freaking deal?
bugging us. Hey, Jake's texting me. You guys got to get there.
So now we're yelling
Whatever.
at Jake.
Whatever.
We're like,
We're fine.
You think Jake runs this show?
Anyway, it gets to 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And our security guy gets a text and says, they need to get on the bus now. It's 8 hours to the next show. And we're like,
Not 4.
okay. 8 hours?
All right.
Slight miscalculation.
Why are we thinking 4?
Well,
I guess that was the
Well,
next
and
night.
the bus drivers are like, all right, I'm halfway through my run. They're getting tired already.
Dude, so we finally go back to the bus at 4 a.m.
I'm getting tired just talking about it.
The drivers probably didn't like you guys that
They
night.
didn't.
well, our driver, Chris is he's basically part of the band. I look at him like that. He's the kind of guy you want your life.
I think Jake was
in
more
his hands.
irritated with us
But
than-
Jake was definitely irritated. But Chris knows. Chris is a pro, but we before we left at 4 in the morning, we played some craps, which I had never played. Now I'm slightly hooked on it.
It's a great game.
It's a great.
It's a
Kirk
great game.
kind of talked me through, and an hour or so into it, I'm starting to get the basics of it. Which, if you get the basics down, you can still have a good time.
I still
You
don't
the
get it.
basics
I
down.
still don't get craps.
But I kept losing, and I was having so
I don't
much
either.
fun that I almost didn't care. I was either too drunk or was having too much fun. Either way, both.
Yeah.
I just didn't care I was losing. But when my eyes opened up the next morning, I'm like, oh. No, I lost everything at the craps table. I'm having fun. I was winning, but then I was losing.
Yeah.
Well, but it's entertainment.
It was
You know?
great
It was
fellowship.
entertainment.
It's very
We did have
expensive
fun.
entertainment.
It was.
Very
It's right.
expensive.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And we had a ball.
That's
and we
good.
all lost.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we did make it to the next gig, and I was like,
So all I'm thinking about is Neil. I'm like, oh my God, because he's been battling allergies,
Yeah,
And I'm
but you
thinking,
sound better.
oh great, he's got this gig tomorrow. How's he going to rebound?
I was on the steroids. I was doing good, but the no sleep thing did not help my situation. We got to that next place, and I walked into that auditorium, and I'm like, oh no.
Now, was that the night y'all played? Was that the
Yeah.
first night y'all played it? Okay.
Yeah. And man, was I dragging butt.
And what was that like when y'all were playing? Was it set up like a round with Aldean in the middle and you guys everybody playing? What was it
Wasn't
like?
around. It was
Neil
opened.
opened up for
I
us.
went out by myself.
Okay. Oh, by yourself. All right.
Yeah.
We
okay.
let the opener come in and hang out with us before the show.
Yeah,
That's
I got
not-
to-
you know what,
and
that's
catering.
rare.
I got to eat and catering.
That is cool.
We we even gave him more than one light.
Okay. That's
No,
good.
It was so the second show was at a kind of like a private show. Almost,
It was.
right,
It was for a
John Deere.
corporate.
Yeah.
and
It's-
for a benefit for
Okay.
kids.
Benefit,
Okay.
yeah, it was great. Small crowd, like a private. I mean, a couple hundred people. I don't even know.
No, there's more than that.
Was
Probably,
there?
I was at least 400 or 500 people.
Okay, well, yeah,
If it's
But-
not 20,000,
yeah. I
it's
mean, I can't really
100.
tell that kind of.
Yeah, you can't even see them. You can only
No.
see the first row anyway. So did you? How many songs did you play?
I did 30 minutes. 5
All right.
songs, I think.
So did you play some of the same songs that
I did
you
get
guys
to.
played
I had
after,
to
or
check. I had to check the song.
He had originally asked me to play Night Train. I said, no, you can't.
most certainly not?
I did say that. I said,
Yeah.
you better check with Aldean. I was half kidding because I knew we weren't playing
Yeah.
Night Train. And I told him, I said, Neil, you can't play Night Train. And he goes, okay. Then he saw a set list laying there. He goes, wait a minute. Night Train's not on there. I said, you still can't play it. You just can't. And then we were kind of joking.
No means no, Neil.
But then I went to the boss.
But
I go, hey, man, you care if I play it Night Train? I
Yeah.
got to do at least one. I mean, come on.
we went out.
Oh,
and
for sure.
We went out
Yeah.
and watched some side stage. Me, Jason, Kurt.
Which, by the way, is a rarity. That's like a unicorn seeing us side stage.
The last time we
watching anybody.
The last time, the three
Yeah.
of us, the last time it was, I know when it was.
Okay.
The last time the three of us went side stage to watch somebody was 2009 or 10 to watch Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. Yeah.
Wow.
And so we're out there, and I.
Man, I'm in Kid Rock's
and
league. This is fantastic.
The whole night I'm thinking, I'm like, can't believe we get to work with this guy. He crushed it. Neil, you sounded so good. So good.
He's captivating.
Yeah,
and you know this,
really good.
J-Lo.
Really
Yes.
good at that. Really good at that situation.
And
Yeah.
you wonder in situations, they don't know who Neil is. I mean, they might in a roundabout way, and he told them what he does. But those 500 people, dead quiet, listening to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was moving. And, of course, Neil crushes it. Just
Yeah.
absolutely.
And-
Thank
and
God
they-
for steroids.
and they were
Well-
responsive. Now, granted, he had an upper hand because he knows us.
That's true.
So that made him cooler instantly.
Yeah.
So
He's always
No,
got to
that's
get that
true.
in at the last second. doesn't
That's
he?
true. But to give Neil love, as many shows, I've done a lot of corporate things with Neil, and every time, to me, it's a show within a show because I've heard him sing those songs over and over, and it's always great, and I'm always enamored at how great you sing.
What's usually the
and
song
deliver,
that Neil, what's the one that gets people that Neil
Well,
does?
he didn't do it every time. There Goes My Life.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
slays.
Yeah.
I did that one.
You did There Goes My Life. And
Yeah,
it was
it's just one of the best
quiet.
songs
You could hear
ever.
it. Yeah.
But you're the same. I feel the same about you when we play.
Well, thanks, Neil. It's very kind. But we're talking about you. We'll get to me here in a little bit. I've got 2 pages.
no, he crushed it. It was actually really, really fun.
It was a treat
the whole
for
night
me.
was fun. And anytime we get to do something like that for benefit kids, it's
Oh,
always
yeah.
great. But then we finished the gig, and now it's time to go back to the bus.
And we did what we call an Elvis out. We believe
Yeah.
right after the show to come home.
And that's when we
Okay.
play more hockey. And Neil came over, and I tell you what,
Another night.
that's when we lost him.
Did y'all not get any pictures or video of
I got
that?
some pictures.
Oh,
and
there's
stuff.
plenty
Me
of
in the
pictures.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he-
Neil is so
Was I snoring?
he's so hard headed. We're like, Neil, just get in the bunk. Yeah, we knew he was tired.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I don't like being alone.
This is
And
too
he just
entertaining.
sat up in that front lounge and, of course, was drifting off.
And
That's funny.
it's we forget it's kind of how we're built. Like we operate on. Well, as soon as we get on the road, it doesn't matter how much little sleep we get or how much our system doesn't change. We don't come out after a show and say, you know what, tonight I'm going right to bed.
Right.
It just doesn't happen. So we.
Now, granted, it's not usually 4:30 a.m.
It's like 3 usually.
But-
no.
But probably 2-ish,
But, without a doubt. But it is interesting because, I go to bed early at home.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get out there and it's like, oh, okay, we're up.
That's just part of what becomes your DNA out there,
Yeah.
right? And so we're just playing hockey, and we're like jacked up, and we look over, and Neil is like, and we're
Yeah, I
like,
hit the wall, man.
you know what he
Dude,
looked
you
like?
hit the wall.
Aldean goes, look, that little guy's all tuckered out. He goes, it almost looks like when you take kids to Disney World, And at the end of the
Yeah.
day, they got like a stuffed animal and a foam finger in the corner of the crotch.
That's the
Little cotton
last
candy.
words I
Little cotton candy in
remember.
the corner
That's
of the mouth.
last words I remember of it was like him slapping me on the leg, going, "Wake up, Papa, we're home."
That's awesome.
I tell you what, that dude, Aldean doesn't sleep till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like
Every night.
and that's because that's his trick though to longevity. What he does is he'll stay up late, but he'll sleep. Here's the voice in the throat. He knows how to rest it. In sleep,
He does. He knows.
Sleep is his. If I ever see Aldean up before 2 or 3 in the afternoon on the road, I get worried.
Yep.
I want him showing up at 4 or 5 o'clock.
I learned
for
a
dinner.
lot about him in
Yeah.
his schedule and
I bet you
how
did.
he rolls and on the road and how he gets enough rest. He gets plenty of rest to be able to perform.
Yeah.
Because
He
even when you
knows-
guys got up to play golf, he came back, took a nap.
Yes, he did.
And
Immediately.
by nap, I mean sleep again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nap's a
He
hours.
crashed.
He went back to bed.
Yeah, 3 to
Yeah.
4 hours.
But when you get back on the bus after the gig, it's time for trading cards, man. He's all into these
Oh,
trading
yeah.
cards. He's basketball, baseball, football.
Wow.
No, I'm talking about high end,
Yeah.
He's looking for the high end cards. He is so into that now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was totally entertained by that. We were all opening packages. He was throwing packages and cards around. We were all opening and going through them. I'm like, I got all fired up about
Do they
it.
still put a little piece of gum in there?
No.
No more gum.
I used to love
It's not
that.
those kind of cards.
No more
No.
gum.
These are like one of ones.
Tops,
with
and what's the
crazy
other- what's the
autographs
other-
and-
Yeah, I mean,
You got-
panini
okay.
tops,
Panini.
but they're called hobby boxes, which really
Yes.
only the rich people could buy.
I'm just learning
Gotcha.
about it. I just, yeah.
Okay.
No,
They
but
get
it's
to-
fun. I like I can't wait to get to the bus tonight. It's like it's
Going
like
back
it's just
tonight,
that
Neil.
band
Let's go.
thing. Neil,
No.
let's go.
Nope.
Come
I
on.
just got my feet under me this morning. We got home Sunday. What is it? It's Tuesday. Yeah. So Sunday we get home. I go to bed at 2:45 when we get home. I finally walk in the door. 2:45. I'm asleep. I sleep till noon the next day. Monday I have off. I'm pretty good. I go turkey hunting Monday morning. Yesterday morning I went turkey hunting. Got up at 3:00 in the morning.
Aggressive.
And I'm talking about jumped up and went turkey hunting. And I was a zombie last night.
So we talked about Kalo a lot.
Come back.
Do you think you could have hung Kalo?
Oh, he could have.
Could you
He
adjust
can.
to the late night?
He
Yeah.
can't. No, he can.
Yeah.
He can do it. I've seen
Yeah.
him do it. He can do it better than me.
Really?
I can do it.
He can go.
Oh, I like their
Yeah,
confidence.
but like you
too.
said, like at home, like I try to get on a good schedule. But if I'm out there, I'm gonna be in the moment.
He's not gonna miss out.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a fun
So-
time.
we leave at 7.
Yeah.
I do have a go bag packed in my truck. So
But we had a blast.
Yeah.
We
That's
were going to
good.
get some work done. It ended up not happening. Next time,
It's happening.
We'll get some work done.
The next
Yeah.
trips are
It's
going to be
hard.
work trips.
Yeah.
You
We do
won't
a lot
see
of
me.
that. For those of you
We
out
will
there
be
that don't
working.
know, we also work out there. So we have a big road case that travels with us and magically appears in our dressing room every day. I don't know who brings it in and brings it out. Do you know?
Well, the people they hire for the day.
Okay.
tune in for things that rich people say.
Well, no, I mean it appears off the truck.
Yeah.
and
It's kind of like my
just
guitar
appears.
just magically
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
get
appears.
side stage.
Who spilled whiskey on your guitar that night?
That was rich.
What happened?
Well, get back to what
Yeah.
Tully was saying with the rig.
I'll just finish. Yeah, we have a rig out there, so you take it's a huge location. Take the top off, and it's got speakers, and that's where we set up the computer, and we start working on songs, and we'll sing, we'll play, we do whatever we need to get done.
Yeah.
But that's when we start out working on the road. That's a lot of what we do.
We were actually going to try to do a vocal on the one we got going.
Yeah.
I won't
Yeah.
mention the title.
Oh, good, good,
we were
good.
going to actually try to do that, but
Neil went and played golf instead.
it's coming.
so we got Suno to do it.
Okay, man. I hope that golf round didn't cost us a lot of money.
Find out. It'll be on
Man,
my
I'm so
it'll be
stressed.
on my recoupment statement.
But yeah, then things happen in the dressing room.
Oh yeah, well no, Neil was asking.
Yep.
Tully has a
I saw
bass
you
in
doing
there to get
something with your
warmed
guitar.
up.
Like what happened? And your guitar was soaked.
It was. So we might have drinks or a drink
Yeah.
before the show. Just take the edge off a little.
Yeah.
And I had my guitar and I was done practicing, so I put it over on the chair, which probably isn't the best place, but
But you always put it there.
that's true. Yeah. And so right before we go on, I think Rich was going to the bathroom or something, or about to get that last bathroom break in. And I hear him go, "Oh no!" And he spills like this whiskey all over my guitar, and it's one that's got
Hollow
we don't
body.
have it here. It's got the F hole in it, so there's whiskey now
Okay.
inside the guitar.
Were you taking that one on stage first?
I did, but as he's trying to stop himself from spilling it, he then knocks the guitar and it falls over onto the ground.
Yeah.
God bless him, and it was fine.
I heard him go,
Yeah.
"Oh no!" and I turned around, and that's when I heard it. But I didn't even know it had whiskey in it yet.
Yeah. Well, that's you kind of said it. It needs that. It needs
Yeah.
a little.
Sounds better.
Yeah, it needs a
Yeah.
little grit on it.
No,
Well, that's fun. Glad y'all had a good trip.
we had a good.
Oh, we
trip.
had a great
You
time.
came up with a lot
That's
of
good.
conversation. Talked about you a lot.
Maybe that's good. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Great. It was great.
Good.
You know what goes great with small town stories?
Original Glory, America's beer right here.
You know, I've been drinking this every songwriting session today.
Man, that clean, crisp taste reminds me of summer nights on the back porch after a fresh mowed lawn.
And they're just not making great beer. They're investing in America's small towns.
Well, it's just like us. They believe in bringing communities together.
Not only do they invest in communities, but a portion of each sale goes to the veterans and the first responders and all the heroes that protect us.
For a limited time, you can become a member of the OG fam and invest in this beer at wefunder.com/original brands.
Join our Original Glory family and help ignite that Original Glory spirit.
My name is Glenn Story. I'm the founder and CEO of Patriot Mobile. And then we have 4 principles. First Amendment, Second Amendment, right to life, military and first responders. If you have a place to go, put your money, you always want to put it with somebody that's like-minded. Of course. I think that's the beauty of Patriot Mobile. We're a conservative alternative.
Don't get fooled by other providers pretending to share your values or have the same coverage. Go to patriotmobile.com/smalltown to get a free month of service when you use the offer code SMALLTOWN or call 972-PATRIOT.
We're going to have to go out, though. We're going to have to go make a couple of runs and just work.
Yeah,
while
we
we're
get
out
a little Winnebago and follow behind the buses.
No.
Hey, you remember we had big plans? We were going to get in.
Well, nobody ever give us an RV. Like we were looking for a
Feels like
sponsor to
another
get an
lifetime.
RV.
You know, I felt so confident about that. I felt like
I did too.
they're going to like us so much that someone's going to donate
Jim, do you know
a
this?
Winnebago.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, Jim knows.
I really was stunned that no one like stepped up and said, "Hey, even if you don't let us borrow one, like, hey, can we take it for a few $100 a week or something?"
And by the way, we'd still take the RV.
I want it so bad.
Yeah.
We figured about. I mean,
Something nice. Real nice, Clark. Nice.
it'd be nice to do that. I mean, and then it just never happened. It kind of took the
Well, I
wind
guess
out of
in,
my sails.
in fairness, I think we were talking about it very early on in
Well,
the
yeah,
podcast. I think it was like
first 5
episode
We had
2.
big dreams. We had big dreams early on.
Yeah.
I think maybe we thought we were going to be bigger quicker.
I was about to ask.
Maybe.
Hey, I was about to ask, if you go back to the beginning, what's one thing that you've realized that you know better now than you may not have then?
Oh, the tattoo thing for you. I said,
Yeah, people remember that. That was a good one.
I said it was a bet that basically that if we had 1 million Instagram followers by that first Christmas, December,
that I'd
because
get
we
a
started
tattoo.
it what in March what was our first
Yeah,
podcast?
that sounds right.
So we said
April,
I said if we have 1 million Instagram followers by December, then Kurt's got to get a tattoo, and I felt very confident about it. We had like 10,000.
I did not feel confident in that.
No,
that
I
was a
felt
big
very
jump.
confident it wouldn't happen.
That's why I
felt
agreed
good
to
about
it.
that. I felt good about that, and then Winnebago, and
I don't Winnebago. I'm thinking more like like all access motor coach.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I was
that's what
thinking
you
big.
would
with a driver probably.
I'll talk to Eric
yeah.
at all access and see if he's got one laying in the back
he's
somewhere.
got one laying in the back. It's only going to cost us $2,000 a week and
No biggie.
$7,000 in diesel.
Yeah,
We'll
wait
advertise
till the
all
war's
access.
over.
Yeah.
We should get all access as a sponsorship and work it into the deal. I think we can do it.
Okay.
It'd be our work
I like
bus.
it.
It'd be our work bus.
I like it.
Well,
Sounds
I'm in.
good. I'm in too. Yeah, sounds amazing.
Well, we've learned. I'm glad you had a good trip.
Thanks.
That was. I thought about you
Yeah.
guys out there, and I love getting the videos and seeing Neil be the guitar tech, of which you look like a natural. But I did thinking in like the last few podcasts, I realized that us and our listeners are up for good conspiracy theories, right? Like we talked about the moon thing and all that, which we're not talking about this time at all.
They came up, by the way, on the road.
I just said we're not talking about it.
He just said.
By the way, did I tell you
New
it came up?
information has surfaced.
Tully, I said.
Okay, but what's a conspiracy
Well,
theory?
so you've got these 11 scientists and brilliant people in America that have disappeared or have been killed or I'm air quoting suicide in the last 2 to 3 years, and so people are just now putting two and two together and thinking, there may be something
So I don't even
related
think
here.
I've heard this.
I've heard of it, but I
I've
don't know
heard
what
of
kind
it.
of scientists they were.
Yeah,
Do you?
so and it's different kinds. I don't have, but it's there's one of them I guess who was supposedly knew quite a bit about possible extraterrestrial life and UFOs, things like that. But they're just kind of, and some of them are kind of random where you can think, well, you can probably write that one or two off because that seems like that was an accident or could have just died. But none of them, I think the oldest one is like 75, but the rest of them are 50s and 60s. 11 that are brilliant, top of their field, nuclear and all that stuff.
They shut them up for good.
And so they're
big sleep.
They disappeared or killed. And then you have ones that'll be like a retired general who went for a walk without his phone or his prescription glasses. Now somebody who wears glasses, that's like your phone. I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah.
Right?
My chapstick.
Not
I gotta have my
leaving the house
chapstick
without my phone or So there's a lot of suspect things. I didn't know if y'all had a thought on that.
Is it all kind of in the alien extraterrestrial?
No, I think that was just one of the guys.
But by the way, do
mainly,
you think the government is hiding information on that?
Apparently under the Denver airport.
Is that really what they're saying?
That's what I heard from Aaron Rodgers one day, long time ago. But people believe
that Denver airport is out in the middle of nowhere.
It's in the middle of nowhere. It sure is. Yeah, but anyway, it does seem like when you put your head together a little bit, thinking about it, it doesn't really make sense. It does make sense if you're other world powers, if you're taking out, the best and brightest, or taking those people to your country and having them work for you.
What are they saying the reasons they're taking them out for then?
One to
what kind of threat are they? That's my question.
Well, because you're getting, if you have the brightest people.
Yeah, about what?
Exactly.
Imagine if, pick a country that hates us. There's most of them.
China.
So anyway, if they took all of our smartest people, then that country would have an edge on us technologically and everything else. But that's what it seems. It seems fishy in the sense that if there were 11 pro golfers that have been between 50 and 70 that have died or turned up missing in the last 2 or 3 years, that'd be a story. Okay, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
But it's scientists and super bright people, so it does seem like there's something.
What's your theory,
as they say?
What's your
I just think so. I definitely feel that something's up with that. There's somebody's responsible for that, and maybe not everyone, because you had that the Brown University shooter, and then he went, and shot this other professor that he went to school with. So who knows? Maybe there's a couple of randoms mixed in there, but it does seems odd. So I was kind of curious what you guys and the listeners think about that.
I will say this. So on the alien thing, so back in late 90s, 97 or I was out in Vegas for 2 or 3 months rehearsing this band, the Disney thing. And so on an off day, some of the guys and me were let's drive out to Area 51 and go out there and spend the night and do all this stuff, and let's see how close we can get to the base. Idiots. I was young, I was probably 21 and 22. So we took off driving towards the base. It was fun as could be. And we got to that sign that says, don't pass this sign, you'll get shot. So we're like, let's go past the sign. So we drove right past it, and right over the hill, as these 2 army jeeps with guns came over the hill.
What?
It was like, okay, well maybe something's going on. I don't know. There's something in there. I think it's cool. I mean, I hope there's a cool ass spaceship in there or something, dude. Have
you guys been to Area 51, by the way?
No,
I haven't.
It is. Yeah. It's pretty fun.
It is pretty fun, actually. They have museums there.
Yeah. It's actually, we went out there one time, didn't we? On the road, and that was amazing. But it is, they got these little quirky shops and things you can do. But anyway, there's something.
Do y'all believe in UFOs and aliens and stuff?
I don't know. I mean,
that's what I was asking. Do you think that the government is hiding information? I would assume so.
I mean,
but I don't think there's extraterrestrial beings.
There's definitely a lot of things that are unexplained, especially videos that they have about certain flying crafts that do not move like anything we've ever seen.
I mean, some of that's hard to explain. I mean, I'm not me. I'm not a conspiracy theory kind of guy, but there's some strange videos and shit.
If I didn't believe we landed on the moon, I don't believe in aliens.
Well, and some people, even biblically, as we talk about that, from time to time, it just God talks about the earth. We don't talk about other planets,
That's right.
But some people do believe, and, it's not out of my realm of, thinking that's possible, that UFOs and sightings, stuff like that, could be demonic in the sense that it leads people just another direction of, there's something else out there besides God.
It is. It's a deception.
So a lot of people feel like when you see things like that it's demonic angels.
So what are they? But what? So what's in Area 51? What's there?
It's a
what
super,
are they hiding?
How come we don't know?
It's a super secret base. It's very secret.
Why don't we know?
You ain't getting close to it. I tried, and if I can't get close to it, if I can't do it, guys, know where you were.
Right.
I really, guys, let me in.
Maybe if you'd have saw like Mulder or Scully out there, from the X-Files, maybe they'd have got us in. But
I don't think there's anything to it.
There's got to be something.
There's something there.
Got to be something.
But that base
probably
is also,
a missile base or something. I don't.
Yeah,
think,
that base is also.
I don't think it's anything.
Or is it a decoy?
Very, very good.
Very good.
52.
I could definitely go with that. I could go with a decoy for sure.
Okay.
All right, so we'll see what the listeners think about that. We'll maybe do some digging in there.
You think we got any?
Jim's been raising his hand for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Jim's got to go to the bathroom.
So you in the back row there. You in the back row with the hat.
I am not. I don't have to pee. I lived in Vegas for 4 years, and I went down a lot of rabbit trails with the Area 51.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I've been up there twice. I researched the crap out of that place.
Nothing.
There's a new documentary out on Amazon. It's called S4. And it is very captivating. It's brand new. And
all right.
And it trended top. It was actually first place out of top 10 in the past couple of
weeks. It's on Amazon?
Okay.
On Amazon.
I will watch it.
Now, when you were out there, Jim, were you high as a kite?
No.
No. Okay.
Actually, maybe.
Okay. Maybe. All right. I kind of know some of your background, you and your wife. But,
that's right.
But anyway, so that's kind of a cool thing.
That was not the night that we went to the brothel. So.
Oh boy. Yeah. No,
okay. Next subject.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So I was going to ask you guys the things that irritate me. This is not for the DipShidiots thing or anything like that, but talking about, and they're starting to talk about it now in the news, is the streaming of sports. Like you're trying to watch your team, in all sports now. Like for me currently, like I'm always trying to watch Vols baseball. So it's not televised all the time unless it's a top ranked team. And sometimes it is. It's like, well, that's not on. It seemed like that would be on. But anyway, you have to pay for all these different services. Same with all the other sports. Are you guys annoyed by that? And are you able to watch all the games you want to watch?
I'm unbelievably annoyed that, let's just take the NFL, that you have to have YouTube TV, you have to have Prime, you have to have Netflix, you have to have Peacock.
Yep.
You've got to have, there might even be more.
Just
to watch games that used to be free.
But you have to have them all, or you're going to miss a game.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
I hate it.
I do too.
I absolutely hate it. And just in general, the streaming, believe me, I was a fan of streaming when it came out, but now they just make it so hard. There's so many subscriptions. I'm sure I've lost track of all the subscriptions.
Oh yeah, it's $14 here.
Yeah, if you did a deep dive on how much money you're spending,
do a free trial.
It'd blow your mind.
Cancel it. That's
where they get you to, the free trial. Oh, just cancel whenever you want.
But you forget.
Yeah,
they'll nick them down you to death. $15 here.
Yeah, I got rid of the package I had with DirecTV. I got rid of it.
Yeah, me too.
And then I lost Golf Channel. I lost all these other. Then I had to go get subscribed to YouTube TV so I could watch the Golf Channel. But they didn't have this, so I had to go subscribe to Peacock so I could watch this turn. Yeah, this is exactly what y'all are talking about.
I stayed on DirecTV.
And you wind up paying twice as much.
I stayed with it, and Kirk was the reason I went to YouTube, and I actually finally got rid only because the NFL left DirecTV and went to YouTube, so I'm like, well, now's my time. I actually like YouTube TV.
I do too.
I like it too.
I like the way it's set up. I like it. I like how it.
But you wish it was all encompassing, that you could get.
You should,
everything you wanted on it.
You should be able to.
Yeah, because like with DirecTV or Comcast, when I had both of those, I would buy the best package to include all the sports, but it still doesn't include all the sports.
Yep.
But anyway, that's very irritating. Yeah. Very irritating. What do you think, Neil?
No, I'm just feeling really good over here. I really am, just to get my feet back under me. I didn't know I still had it in me to go out with you guys.
I gotta say,
and we're going to do it again.
The first night, not to go back on it all, but
we don't have to go back over it. But it was good.
Now I don't know how a 4-day or 3 or 4 day run would have looked on you, because
I would have found it. I would have paced myself.
I think after a consistent,
I used to do it.
I know you did,
but that was a long time ago. but I still got it.
You know, whiskey helps you go over that hump too.
It knocks the edge off a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to get right back on the horse, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't want everybody thinking I'm.
that was another thing that annoyed the crap out of me in that casino. I'm losing.
Drinks were not free.
Losing hundreds.
Oh my gosh,
Thousands.
I forgot.
And the drinks
not free.
not free.
Not free in a casino.
That's where the other half of my money went.
Not only were they not free,
I
they
couldn't
were
believe.
expensive.
I couldn't believe they weren't
Yeah,
free
that's-
for us, or at least for
Right.
Aldean. He just got through playing for,
Yeah.
15,000 people in that place or whatever it held.
Had we been at,
And they were all. I mean, he brought a lot of dollars into that place, and they're making him pay for drinks.
Had you been at a bar,
Seems odd.
it probably would have been, but on the floor, I think they have to.
Maybe
It's a legal thing. Like if we're sitting out at the center bar, we wouldn't pay for anything. But if we're in the casino gambling, that's legally.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And I'm getting more mad about it. I'd let it go, but
When I got on
Aldean,
Aldean's
don't listen
bus,
to this one, buddy.
got on Aldean's bus, and there's like two. You know how drug money looks when cash is wrapped up and it's got.
Yeah.
There's like three of them laying on the couch. Did he just pitch there? And then he like it was time to go. He was ready, man. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
He
That's
was ready
funny.
to gamble.
It's actually, I really enjoy our gambling nights for the most part. We on our Australia trip, we played blackjack every night in the room. Brian O'Connell was the house. So we had a good time. But I enjoy those nights in the casino. It's very funny. We get
I
pretty
just
wound up.
enjoyed being with you guys.
It was fun having you out, buddy. Really was.
I really enjoyed it. Kalo, you would have enjoyed it. We're going to do it.
Okay. All right.
We're going
Sign
to
me
do
up.
it. We're going to go. We're going to work. We're going to write.
Okay. Well, speaking of gambling,
What?
I like your segue you got here.
well, our famous principal from Oklahoma, Kirk Moore, they did. I know we talked about that an episode or two ago, but it's a pretty big thing. So he took a shot to the leg and everything. Well, I saw a video. You guys probably saw it. It was really cool. So the students elected him king, of the prom, prom king, right?
Yeah.
And so, which is really, really cool, because kids these days, like you watch a lot of the news and they, the kids doing crazy things, but it actually kind of got me teared up a little bit just because, those kids were so thankful that he's definitely
nice
saved.
they-
Hey, and if
saved
he's
some
listening,
lives,
Yes, he did.
Kirk Moore, come on this podcast.
Please.
We'd
Yeah.
love to have you on this podcast.
Well, if anybody knows him,
if anybody knows him, yeah,
send along the
yeah.
message.
That's the whole reason we started this podcast. Those guys like him, so we can get him on here just for a short time. That would mean a lot to us.
Yeah, and highlight small town heroes, and
I want to shake his hand.
and keep sending those stories too. Things that we don't know about or it's not on national news. We want to highlight those.
And really, the goal is at least one a show because, like you just said, and you said that's the reason. That's one of the big reasons we do the podcast. We want to make sure we highlight those people, and like you said, for those kids to do that, that's awesome.
Really cool.
That's so cool. I'm glad they did that.
Really cool.
Maybe
Let's do this real quick.
where is that school? Where is that
It's
school?
in Oklahoma. Yeah, it's Paul's Valley, Oklahoma. It's like 6,100 population, so
Where
very
is it, though?
very
What's the
small.
closest major
That
city?
I'm terrible at
Jim,
geography. I don't
what's the
have no
closest
idea.
Because we got to get him some tickets to a show as well. Because we're in Oklahoma a lot. We were just in Oklahoma.
I know.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I do maps to get home from here, and it's only 15 minutes.
Isn't that funny? Why do you?
I know.
I put on my Waze or maps.
I do it
like,
just in case there's
everywhere
a wreck or
I
something.
know.
I thought
I
about
do it
that
everywhere.
in the old days. Like when I moved here back in '95, I remember trying to find something and I have it written out on a piece of paper in my leg. You know what I mean? Trying to find the.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Now you just. I mean, seriously. Now you never. Like Neil, I'm going to your house. I've been to your house 50 times, and I still map it because I'm programmed to look at the map.
Yeah, and like
I
I
don't
said,
store-
too,
I don't
it does
store the
help with
information.
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like phone numbers now. How many phone numbers do you know off the top of your head?
My wife's. That's it.
Yeah.
3. My wife's, my mom's.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the one. I mean,
about it.
maybe if you grew up, I remember
I remember my home number when I was a kid.
Right, too.
Like when I was like 5 years old. I remember my home number.
I do too,
Yeah,
actually, which is odd, but
you had to.
It's the only way you could program it. We had no other way.
You had to remember it. I remember all the numbers.
My
happened
address,
to
my
us.
phone number. I remember everything. All those numbers.
you know what I can't remember is my debit card number.
I don't know my debit card.
I remember the little codes on the back because everything else is in there, so I know all the little codes on the American Express and stuff.
That's another funny thing that happened this last weekend. So I have a habit of like losing my tour laminate, and I've only permanently lost it a couple of times, but I misplace it a lot. So our new production assistant,
bet
Jen,
Jake loves
Jen, who's Jen's amazing. She's our new production assistant. She goes, "Hey, let me put an air tag on that for you." Which I'm like, "Oh, fantastic!
Great idea.
Great idea." So we're gambling the other night.
Here we go.
And I get back to the bus, and I got my laminate, and I look at it, and the leather casing for the air tag is still attached, but the actual air tag is now missing. So I've lost the air tag.
I've done it too.
And I know where it happened at the casino.
Yeah, and so they tracked it.
Yeah,
and it's in the casino.
It's in the casino.
I did the same thing with rangefinders for golf. I've lost.
How many have you been through?
At least 6, and that was in a 2-year period. My wife got me an Apple AirTag, so just put that on there.
That's almost $2,000.
And it worked great.
Rangefinders.
And each time I got one less expensive each time, and then it's like I lost the AirTag. Just like you did. I don't know where that went. And so
I'm going to tell you right now, if we'd invested in Bushnell, any kind of rangefinder company that makes rangefinders, you would be doing well.
Yeah, but you
know
what?
the most lost thing in a golfer's life is a rangefinder.
Now, and I do this, I just use my phone.
Yeah.
Or my watch.
I don't trust it.
They're very close.
I don't trust my phone.
Yeah,
we've had the
it's
Bushnells,
GPS.
and we've done them back side to side.
All you golfers
And they're
out
like
there,
within
I want you
a
to tell
yard.
me I can't do without my actual rangefinder with
Have
slope.
you done it side to side?
I don't trust anything.
well,
do it.
I tell you what's amazing.
I am telling you,
I don't
it's
trust it.
stupid
I want
how
to shoot
close
it.
it is.
I want to look at it and I want to shoot it.
I know you're old
That,
school like
that might be more accurate.
Well, what's weird? They're lasers, right? So you could have all of us could have a $300 to $500 rangefinder, and they would be 2 to 3, 4, 5 yards different. Like it's a laser. How would it be that far off?
Plus my hand's a little shaky.
But it's a little shaky. but I will say the most brilliant thing those companies did was put that magnet on so you could put it on the front of the cart. Because you will leave it 9 times out of 10, you forget it, and it's brilliant. And then you have to buy another one.
That'd be such a colossal waste of money for me, a rangefinder. I'd be like, "Yep, got 170."
Yeah,
my laser. Yep, I'm gonna grab
perfect 6-iron.
I'm gonna grab this. Well, for me, maybe,
I back you off.
whatever.
And by the way, that's
170,
but you
no.
look
But you're
so
right.
good.
For 98% of golfers, they're useless.
I'm gonna grab the right
Like
club. I'm gonna grab the right club. I got my rangefinder. Found the range.
the golf match is coming up. By the way,
and then I swing.
Speaking of that,
and then I swing and hit the ball, and it goes 35 yards to the right and barely gets off the ground. So
Yeah.
Most people can't pinpoint. You can. Most people don't pinpoint their distance.
Yeah. Well,
they
yeah,
don't
usually a
practice,
sprinkler
they don't
head.
know how far they hit a
Usually a
7-iron.
general
Yeah,
distance.
They have no idea how far they hit a 7-iron. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I did
To
see a
most.
couple shots in the Masters when I was watching it. A couple straight just mishits, which
They do it too.
Have not,
They do it
but I
too.
haven't seen it. Like I'm talking like third day of the Masters.
Who
like,
was the one dude that took? I mean, this is sorry for our listeners and watchers. This is like a month ago, but the guy that was with Scheffler took a 10 on 13.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
That's
but
what I do. I take
He's
a
the
10 on
Asian guy,
13.
but he took.
I think McElroy did a few years ago. That
He did.
first one that he lost on
Yeah.
10, I believe. He took
it
an
happens.
8-10, I think.
We're human. It happens to all
Yeah.
of them.
It happens.
It's golf.
So they don't stop at 8 like I do.
yeah,
That's the
no.
highest that you can get.
Usually
Yeah,
a
yeah.
double.
Double
if you're trying
bogey,
to-
right?
Yeah.
A double's your friend. Like if you're trying to keep it going, usually if you get a double, you just pick up. Just keep it moving.
That's usually for me. For some reason, the first few holes, I'm okay. I feel pretty good about myself. I think I'm concentrating a lot. Everything's slow. I'm doing okay. And then I'll take a 15 on the in fourth, and then that. I might as well go back after that. I can't do anything after that. And now I don't. My scores don't count anymore.
Do you enjoy playing golf, Tully?
No,
Not at all.
Not really.
Nothing about it.
I enjoy. No,
Tully likes playing best ball.
I do like
just
playing
because
baseball.
there's not as much pressure on.
Yeah.
I like because I'm so bad that it's golf teeing off on a tee box with Aldean and Kurt standing behind me, and Aldean's snickering. I can hear him over there. gets me out there. Like, buddy, just come out and hit. It'd be fun.
Score don't matter.
Just have a good time. And I'm, out there, and I can feel the eyes on me. And playing golf to me is so terrifying.
Well, and like
it can
you
be
said,
stressful.
He does, he can't bust Neil's balls, but for us, I mean, it's the ribbing doesn't stop. There's no etiquette on the golf course. So if you miss your 4-foot putt, it'll be like, oh, good read.
Yeah, you guys don't even.
That's the way
that
the match was with Justin and Jake and Aldean. All I did was sit back and listen to them just rail each other on these shots, and I'm like, dang, they do this. They're so close. Yeah, they're such good friends.
Not a lot of support.
They were ripping each other.
Not a lot of support.
We say it all the time. This is our friendships and our circle is you got to have tough skin. Mm-hmm. But
they can't get under my skin.
It's the equivalent of me taking Aldean to the top of a mountain in the wintertime skiing and just pushing him off. That's the fucking equivalent of it.
Okay.
Look at me on the tee box, and I'll hit it and be like, oh, should have went to the ladies' tees, or oh, good hit, TK. Yeah. Wow, keep killing it.
Yeah, good form.
Yeah, or you hit a terrible putt, and somebody will say, well, besides line of distance, that was pretty good. That's all there is line of, exactly.
I'm so stoked to get on the green.
But so are we doing our match? Sorry.
Yes, we did talk about it.
Yes. Uh-huh. I'm going to book it.
We should do it
coming up.
Justin's
going to come out, and he's just going to.
And what's the bet?
We're doing it in May because we heard one of the episodes that you guys were a little lighter in May. So that's what we're shooting for.
So I'm thinking maybe mid to late May. Go ahead and book it.
Yeah, but what's the bet? Is it us three against you, or because I know Aldean wants to come too?
I know he does.
We want to make that happen.
We'll figure out what the teams are going to be.
Well, but how do you balance out who gets me? Because
I think it's everybody against Neil.
We're going to talk to
We're
going to talk to the pro at the Grove, Doug.
Yep.
And he's going to help us because they do a lot of those tournaments. They handicap them and stuff. So we're going to get a pro to help us. I'm going to talk to him.
It's like, how would you do that? Like if we did a shamble. Let's just say we took everybody hit their drive and y'all chose the best drive, and everybody played your own ball in from that best drive.
Okay.
That's a cool format. Shambles are really, I hate scrambles, but shambles are at least good, where you pick the best drive and then play your own ball in from there.
It's just a matter of handicapping it properly. Like, for example, you probably don't have a handicap.
Full handicap.
Right? so then, and so sometimes when you do that, say, oh, I'm terrible. Yeah, I'll take a stroke of the hole.
Here's what we can do. We can cut y'all's handicaps in half. Y'all get to choose the best drive and play your own ball in from there. I have to play my ball.
I still don't think it's fair. I think if we played best ball,
that's the only way.
Four of us, you'd still beat us.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't. Kalo can get hot.
Well, then Kalo's got to get hot.
I can get warm.
I would prefer to do that where I don't want to have to play my ball in.
If I'm shooting good, 90 that'd be great for me. Whatever. Same for Aldean.
So y'all play a scramble. I play straight up kind of thing.
Yes.
I'll ask Doug.
Because Kalo, what are you right now?
He doesn't know. It's been too long.
I'm a 13, but I'm trending up.
He used to be. Kalo used to be a 4.
Used to be for a minute, but it's hadn't played.
He played all the
practiced,
time though. He was getting really good.
Kalo
would get on the range. He would. Kalo would hit. He used to hit. I used to watch Kalo when he would warm up on the range, and he would hit these shots. He would hit these just beautiful baby draws, just one right after. I'm going.
I don't know.
Kalo, you understand?
If they were that beautiful, maybe.
No, they were fantastic, and then you get on the golf course, and it would be like you start thinking. Yeah, it's amazing what that little white ball does to people's brains.
Oh, well,
it's amazing what it does.
And after a few holes,
once they stare at it long enough, it controls everything in your life.
Oh yeah.
And it screws everything in your life up.
You start out by thinking, this is going to be the round of my life. And after 2 or 3 holes, I'm like, where's the cart girl? Where's the drinks? Yeah.
It's true. But we're going to have the match.
Well,
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we'll get that done. We'll keep the listeners posted on that.
And you're going to have some good footage of that. That's going to be fun. I can't wait to see what Tully wears.
Oh, I bet he'll have a cute little outfit on.
I do. You'll have to wait and see.
I bet he will.
But I'm recovered. And it's good to be back home with you boys.
I love it.
Back at the table. Back here at the table of magic here.
Good. I like it.
I'm happy to be back. I survived it.
You did it. You did it. You look like a natural out there. You look great.
Are my circles, my bags gone?
They look fine.
Put
The
some
hat's
eye cream
kind of
on.
shadowing.
Now, you were
so
sleeping
it's-
nice and hard on the way
yeah.
home. So you should be
Yeah.
I think it's good. With that, try that in small town podcast.
But the fact that I
hat.
want to do it again is, I'm amazed.
That's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
Yeah,
It's going to be a work trip next time.
I like it.
You gonna come with us?
Are we gonna? Yeah, if I'm, I'll do it if it all works out.
That didn't
you know?
sound too
No, I'll
confident.
definitely do it
Okay.
for sure. I'll definitely do it. Yeah.
You want to talk some DipShidiots or whatever?
Yeah. Let's do that. We got plenty of stuff.
Okay. Let's talk about our DipShidiots of the week. This is a good segment, by the way. I think
It is.
people are really resonating.
They like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to start with the one I think I mentioned earlier, but I have to do it again because people aren't getting this or not hearing this.
Oh, you're
segment.
going to double down.
I feel like I've already mentioned this one, but the madness has got to stop.
Okay.
When you have your phone out, I don't care if you're in the airport or if you're in a restaurant or you're in
Hang on a second, Tilly. I got a text.
wherever you're at, you cannot watch an episode of anything or any kind of show on your phone with the volume on just out in the open.
Agreed.
This is a universal DipShidiot.
It is a rude thing to do. It's become an epidemic now. No one's understanding it. Put headphones on, put your earbuds in. You can't just have your phone on, volume on, in a public place, watching your phone, watching YouTube or a game with the volume on for everyone to hear. You can't do it. There should be a law against it, and I've seen it more and more and more
I'm with you.
and more. I've seen people like just have no problem with it, just full on.
Of course I don't.
We were in an airport in Australia, flying. I can't remember where we were. Actually, might have been leaving New Zealand, flying to Australia. I can't remember where we were. These people were these two guys were just watching like a game, full on volume, and everyone else is quiet. But it's happening. I see it all over the place. See it in coffee shops here, see it wherever. So I think I mentioned that before, but I keep seeing it, and it's astounding.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. You are a DipShidiot.
You want to go up and just slap their phone right out of their hand and just
Yeah,
let
and
it
it's gonna. And
smack
that's
on
what's
the
gonna come
floor.
to. It's gonna come to that. It's just so. It's like, I mean, it's so rude.
It is rude.
It's
There's
the
so many
it's-
rude people in the world.
It's the
I've
Christian thing to
discovered-
do. Slap it out of their hand.
I know.
You know.
There's so many rude. They just have no regard for anybody else around them.
I
There's
know.
so many people like that, and this goes for a lot of the dipshits we've talked about it since this segment started.
Yeah.
A lot of rude people. No door openers. People listening, talking on.
Yeah,
the
it's not
phone.
just that. You're right.
It's-
It's encompassing. It's just a different world. People are more
Which
for
goes back to
themselves than
who
they were
raised your
back in the day.
ass?
You know? Yeah.
It's kind of an all-in-one segment.
It really
It's-
is.
Who raised your ass?
raised
Yeah.
your ass?
You know what I do love? I do love the young people though doing their during their photo shoots out in the random streets, you know, and they're just like stopping traffic for their photo shoots. You know, the gram, they're getting their moment. World's stopping for them. You know, they're just, you know, it's crazy to me. Walking the crosswalk, taking their
good.
time.
Got to do it.
That's another thing.
I-
The crosswalkers
No.
that just poke
No.
across the crosswalk.
There's
You're wanting
something
to
worse.
turn.
There's something.
Well, they might
worse,
have bad
Neil.
knees.
No,
No,
they
there's
don't.
something worse.
They're wanting to do it.
Sorry, Kurt. I'm
Oh, no.
messing up the segment.
No, you're not.
Those of
You get free ones today.
those of you, this happens on Music Row all the time. Coming down to Mumbrian. Okay, crosswalks are there. Yes, if you're walking, cars will stop. Don't assume that everybody sees you. I see people walking with crosswalk, looking at their phones, not even looking
yeah.
at traffic.
Yep.
Like, look, sometimes there's cars parked on the street and people can't see you coming out. Like, pay attention. Like, just because you got the right of way doesn't mean that I see you or anybody sees you. Like, look for traffic, please. Don't just walk across a crosswalk assuming that they see you.
Yeah.
They're not even paying attention.
No.
I just don't trust people enough. I always look. I look at
Yeah.
Publix at the grocery store just to make sure somebody's not, I don't want to get run over and feel like a real dipshit. I mean, I'd be, there you are. At
Do you
Publix.
guys, when you're like at a crosswalk and it's your turn to walk, do y'all scurry? I mean, like,
It's not-
Oh, yeah.
or do you
I
just
walk
I'll get
I
over there
don't
pretty quick.
lollygag. I definitely don't walk slow
getting-
deliberately, but you can tell there's people that
Yeah.
deliberately walk
I'm
slow
getting
just to
across
get
that
on your
street.
nerves.
I want to get across
Yeah.
that street. I'm getting across it. It's
I don't get it.
yeah. What do you got?
Kayla, you go.
All right, so mine is I saw like an Instagram thing of Mondami in New York, mayor, right? He's
Yeah.
mayor. Anyway, he did a really good like social, for Instagram and everything. Is a really good commercial, but it's about taxing the rich, right? So, and he's talking about all the huge buildings and the commercial investors and real estate and all that in New York. And he's raising the taxes on all of them, but the taxes in New York are already crazy high, right? And so he's going to, run all the rich people out, and then what's going to happen, And it's like when they go, I mean, is the federal government going to pay for all that, shortfall? Are they going to buy those buildings? And the thing is, I don't want to get on this too long and preach, but whether you like it or not, without the rich, America dies. The church dies. Everything dies. You have to have successful people that know how to do things. We need them, and they are taxed. It's just you just want them to give you more and more and more because they got a lot of money and you need some. So you just kind of want it. Well, I get that. It's okay to want, But anyway, that's just irritating to me because at some point those people will pull out.
Yeah.
I don't think. Am I wrong though? I don't think Mondami can just raise taxes as a mayor. I think he can propose.
He's proposing.
It'll never.
It hasn't happened.
It'll never happen in New
But
York.
still, just
New York
proposing it.
New York is built on that. I mean, he can propose all he wants, but that's the thing. Like, I'm not worked up about him because he can only do so much. He's a mayor. He can only do so much. That's the bottom line. Like, as far as like, he can't strike a pen and raise the taxes.
Well, but the governor prior to that had also been doing like podcasts and stuff and saying, yeah, we need some of these people to move back from Florida, because they're driving people out.
Yeah.
But it is really the same, like from taxes to church, to the givers or tithers at church. It's like, what is it, the 10-90 or 20-80 rule, to where you have 20% of the church. They're the ones giving and running the whole church, and the other 80 are just coming in and listening to stuff.
The tax the rich thing is just a political thing to say to get votes.
Yeah,
That's right.
I mean,
It's never changed. It's been that way forever.
yeah.
Capitalism's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Capitalism is gives everyone a chance to have success, working hard, and it's a beautiful thing.
The scary thing for me in New York City since 9/11, coming from 9/11 to right now to who's in charge now, is the whole Islamic movement between 9/11 and now, and the whole shift in the catering to the Islamic community that's really the scariest part for me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
educated on that. I'm not.
I'm talking about scripturally, biblically, religiously, everything. It's all kind of turned.
Well,
Go ahead.
Sorry. No. Finish your point. I'm sorry.
To me, that's the scariest part in the big picture. Not the economics of New York City, not the rich or the poor. It's the spiritual aspect of what's happening up there.
Well, and to that point, it was this weekend. Of course, this podcast will be 2 weeks, but it'll still be happening somewhere, so it's okay. But they in Queens, they had another street takeover, and they got the cars. They had a fire in a circle, and the cars doing the donuts, and people all around. And there's one of the cars had a Palestinian flag, hanging out the back, and everybody's like, yeah, cheering. And I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't. It's like, are you rebelling against America by holding the
they hate America,
and why?
But they love living here, but they hate it.
Then
it makes
live
zero
there,
sense.
So anyway, those things are just kind of they rile you.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. It's the optics of all of that, and it's really happening because
and no one got arrested because they couldn't find everybody left. So it was just fine.
And they would be burning an American flag, just like in our song. They would be burning an American flag, and they probably are in certain areas. They are.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's not going to happen in small towns around here, around the South, and basically what our song's about. but it's happening there, and it's going to try to filtrate its way south and east and west. It's a definite movement.
Yeah.
The hatred for America is real by those people, and they're slowly but surely kind of just showing their true colors.
And it's not just people that come from other countries.
No,
it's
people who are born here.
It's been going on since the 60s.
Born and bred. You have universities that are teaching people to hate.
Since the 60s.
Well, I'm just talking.
You're always going to have a section of people. It's always going to be there. Like, you can't control everybody.
It's not going to take over the whole country.
No,
I'm not saying that at all.
Percentage-wise, I think it's big, and you're right.
The push is there.
See it.
You're right.
I
think it's bigger now. I think there's more.
You just see more on social media. In the old days, if you didn't, you saw it on the
totally
news,
agree with that.
Or you saw it in a picture in the paper. We're just exposed to everything that goes on now, which there's a lot of it. That's why That's why I'm not. Social media is so frustrating, because you see. Sometimes it's good stuff you see.
But I will say this, to your point. I think there's a huge positive side that we are seeing it, that everybody's getting to see a lot of it with social media. I think the positive side of the negative side of social media is good, because we all get to see it. You know what I'm saying? That's the positive side of the negative stuff that we're seeing, because it's an awakening.
Look at you highlighting the positive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Though it's I'm glad I get to see what's really going on in these other cities, these other big cities. I'm glad I get to see that.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't get really mad. I don't really get mad. It makes you more on guard. It makes you like more aware of what's going on, and I like being aware of what's going on, especially in that realm.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm dropping the ball on the DipShidiot, because I actually didn't.
You don't have one?
I didn't come prepared, which they're usually plentiful. But so I was just trying to roll one off, and I did have somebody text me the other day that I hadn't heard from in a while.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did I give me your number?
No, but this person, and this happens every once in a while. Tell me if this ever happens to you guys, and it irritated me. Kurt, what's up? That's it.
Oh.
That's it. So forcing me to engage in the conversation and just waiting for the question I know is inevitably coming. There's a text for a reason.
Yeah. Can you get me tickets?
That's it. I need 34 tickets.
Most likely tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to just start the text off with, Kurt, what's up? That isn't a, hey, haven't talked to you in a while. Been thinking about you. How you doing? That would irritate.
That's going to be my new text to Kurt from now on.
They don't want
Kurt, what's up?
But I mean, I hear
how's it going?
But we text all the time. It wouldn't even.
Yeah.
I knew there was a follow up.
They don't want
just get to the follow up. Start with the follow up.
What do you need?
What do you need?
Yeah. Because you don't. I mean, I haven't heard from you in whatever. So I
didn't text back.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't either.
I would. To me, my first thought would be that was someone fishing to see if that was an active real number. That they didn't really know you at all. That'd be my first thought. And my
first thought was tickets.
Okay. I know it. Mine's always the worst.
That's my first through fifth thought.
Always the worst.
Yeah. Tickets.
So it wasn't. I don't know if that's a DipShidiot worthy, but still irritating.
It is.
It kind of backs you in a corner a little bit, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't.
You're putting it on me.
I know it.
To engage.
Yes, and you're an asshole if you don't respond.
Language.
So I guess I was an asshole.
Yeah.
And let's clean a couple things up. Or what do you got?
No, go right ahead. I'll save it for next episode.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Oh, how good is it?
Is it good?
Oh no, that's too much pressure. No, it's not. We don't have to do it this time. I'll save it for next time.
Well,
I think that's good.
Jim has told us that Paul's Valley is 70 miles from Oklahoma City, which we're going to be there July 24th.
There we go.
Oh,
so,
you got to get
So we're going to get somebody give me his name. I'm sorry.
July 24th.
Kirk Moore.
I wonder if we could make that trip, maybe make that run with you guys.
That'd be great.
And meet him and shake his hand. And
well, I'd love to have him on. If we can get him on the podcast and then get him out to the show as well.
All of the above.
Give him the star treatment because that's what he is.
That's
so
a
it's,
fact.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, he deserves that. Deserves.
And
more
if
than
somebody
that.
happens to know him through a roundabout way, contact us, email us, comment on the episode.
I wanna
'cause
meet
we
that
would
guy.
love to.
Yeah.
We have tried to reach out. We just haven't heard back as of yet. Also, Jim says that April 29th was our very first episode.
Okay.
So we are at our 2-year birthday.
2 years.
Oh wow, really?
Wow.
Is that right,
Wow.
Jim?
That's right.
So we're at 2 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Birthday to you.
Happy. Should we sing the one thing that does irritate
Happy
me?
birthday to you.
It's not quite time yet.
Happy birthday.
It's more like an anniversary, though, isn't it?
It is.
It is
not really a
anniversary, I
birthday.
guess, yeah.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
It's
Happy
the birth of our
anniversary
podcast.
birthday to
Yeah.
It's not quite the day yet, guys.
Happy,
No, it is.
I know,
It's
we
past
will.
the day.
When
Yeah.
the show comes out, though.
When the show
That's
comes
true.
out.
When it
right.
comes out, because we don't
Yeah.
know. Sometimes we'll record something
Strike
and
that,
it comes
Jimmy.
out a couple weeks
birthday,
later.
rather than a small town podcast.
It was fun recapping Neil's adventures.
Yeah.
Neil on the road.
Yep. Had a ball, boys. I can't wait to do it again.
Can't wait to do it again. Anybody else got it?
No.
That's pretty good. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
No, that's fun. It's always fun. I love being with you guys and just
Do you?
talking about stuff. It's great. I look forward to it always.
I hope you guys look forward to it too. Download the episode. Man, the comments have been rocking.
They are picking up like a lot.
Really
No,
good.
Which is good.
Please continue because we're going to make sure we're interacting with you, whether it's on Instagram, the YouTube channel, whatever you watch or listen or get our content from. TikTok is rocking. Facebook, I don't even know. Check it out. Right? Are we on Facebook?
We're
Kind
getting,
of?
We're getting all our ducks in a row. So
Okay.
it's going to take a minute, but yeah, we've got crossover media helping us. Scott Kalka is great and just helping us get organized and things like that. So yeah, everything's on the up.
Everything's on the up, so keep it going with all the listeners and the viewership and the downloads. It's been fantastic. I don't know if I mentioned, but we're at the Patriot Mobile Studios, powered by eSpaces. Thankful for everybody that helps us out, and of course, is in conjunction with the podcast. For Neil, for Kelly,
Neil.
or Tully.
Wow.
I
First
am
name
Kurt.
basis today. I love it.
I like it.
This
Legal
is the
now.
Try That in a Small Town podcast. Thanks, guys.
Make sure to follow along, subscribe, share, rate the show, and check out our merch at trythatinasmalltown.com.